Yo, what's going on, everyone? Um, so I'm visiting family in the Dallas area, and since was close by, decided to check out AT&T Stadium. Never been there before, so had to check it out. And lo and behold, next to AT&T Stadium was what used to be called, I guess, the ballpark at Arlington, the Texas Ranger Stadium. It's called Global Life something. I forgot what it is. Um, and their new stadium, which is looks like a field house. They're all right next to each other, and on top of that, there's also a little baseball field, I guess, for minor league or not minor leaguers, for little leaguers. Let's see if I can go ahead and show you guys all that. So in there is that little league field I was telling you about. That right there is what I guess used to be called the ballpark at Arlington. There's the new stadium, Globe Life Field. It is an enclosed stadium. And then AT&T Stadium right through there. So I was already over there by the AT&T Stadium. I already took some pictures, probably link some videos or combine some videos with this video as well. But I'm gonna head over to that area, closer to the baseball fields. By the way, this is Nolan Ryan Expressway. Six Flags over there as well. With that little league field. So, a couple of guys speeding over. So let's head over in that general direction. One thing I did forget to mention, since I'm over here, I had to do something, represent the Chi South Side. Yeah, boy. Go White Sox. All right, so I gotta stop here. So, yeah, family's all White Sox. Brother-in-law still works for them. My sister used to work for them. So, I grew up going to a whole bunch of Sox games. As a matter of fact, the old Comiskey Park, I guess, was inaugurated on July 1st, which just happens to be my birthday. So there's that little link between myself and that old stadium. So yeah, let me get a little closer to these fields and have you guys check it out for yourselves. So what used to be called Great American Ballpark, I think is what it was. The ballpark at Arlington is now called Globe Life Park, where the new facilities will be called Globe Life Field. But you'll see the name coming up right here. Right there, Globe Life Park. And Globe Life Field. This was supposed to be, I guess, opening this season, but because of COVID-19, there might not even be a season this year in 2020. They still haven't agreed. Latest I've heard, they still have not agreed, but we'll see how that goes. There's still a lot of construction going on. There's a hotel, looks like right there. Lowe's, Live by Lowe's. That building, I'm imagining, will be some kind of hotel as well, or maybe some parking structure. Who knows? Guess we'll find out later. But with the beautiful AT&T Stadium in the backdrop. see the looks like the Brahma Bull. I know it's a Longhorn Bull, but it looks like the Brahma Bull. So shout out to you, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Still can't believe, as new as this stadium is, relatively new. I don't know the exact time it was built, but I think it is less than 30 years old. I think it was finished sometime in the 90s. And then just have that and now go into this. That's gonna be crazy. And it looks like it is a retractable roof. From what I can see, that's like the little path right there. We'll check it out, see if that's the case. But it looks like that'll be possible. Looks like currently it is covering up the field. And then when it moves to the right, I guess that's when the field will be exposed. So the reasoning that I heard that they're building that new one is that it just gets too darn hot down here in good old Texas. So they needed something that had to be enclosed. Which you would imagine back in when they were building this sucker here in the 1990s, you must have known that it was hot in Texas in the summertime, right? It looks like they have things that represent Texas. Here's NASA in Houston, where they're based out of. Don't exactly know which that is there, but quite a few things. And you can see inside slightly. Can't necessarily see the field, but if you take a look in there, you can see some of the seats. And you can take a look right now. There's section 132, 134. This is the concessions area, bathrooms, all that. Just a beautiful, beautiful area around here. Look at this. There's so much room. I mean, it's like a huge campus, sports campus. You can see through there how they have the star everywhere. Lone Star State. And I just noticed that the lights up on top are baseballs. And going around all over the place. It's a nice little touch. But yeah, no, this looks amazing. This is great. I love that you can see into the inside. Very similar to the San Francisco Giants. Next to, what's it called, McCovey Cove or something like that. I apologize to San Francisco and Giants fans for not knowing that off the top of my head. But yeah, walking along there when it's exposed as well. I drove past here a little earlier and I was wondering why the X was missing from Texas. And it looks like the reason for that is because you're supposed to stand in there and be the X. Now, I am by myself, so I don't have the proper equipment to line things up and try and get a picture to try and do that. Let's see here. Southwest Airlines, first base. See if we can try and look inside a little bit again. Maybe we'll get a chance to see the field. And looks like the field is actually lower than than this area here, so the field is lower, so that's why you can actually see it. So the 100 level probably is where this starts, or actually not even 100. Back home, sorry, the first level is the 100 level. Here it's like prior to the hundreds, single and double digits. Yep, you can see the sections right there. And that is cool. They have pins to designate all the different. I don't know. I thought that would have been. Those must be. Oh, since this is the Southwest entrance, these must be pins to of locations where Southwest has where they fly to. It looks like. I'm trying to see. There's Vegas, Albuquerque, El Paso. I'm trying to find. There's ours. Is that it? Sorry, I'm wearing sunglasses. So that is Nashville, and the one just above it, Chicago. Sweet home, Chicago. Be nice. They do offer tours. Same thing, AT&T Stadium. I was over there earlier. I went inside to the gift shop. They do offer tours, but again, COVID-19 times, those are currently canceled. So I would recommend you go to their official website for to see if they're offering those, to see when they're going to start. I went on the AT&T one earlier, and it really didn't say much in terms of when they're going to restart. Like, everything's up in the air, right? As I'm filming this, I believe today's Saturday, I believe June 20th. Not sure about the date. I have to double check on that, but tomorrow is Father's Day. So COVID is exploding here in Texas, Florida. Currently, Trump is holding his first rally since COVID out in Tulsa. I passed through Tulsa yesterday on my way through Texas, drove down here. Made great time because there's not really much traffic right now. For those of you wondering, it took about 15 hours. I drove down here with my folks. That was interesting. Love my family. But it looks like there's bars and things going on. I mean, you obviously hear the music. I see a lot of people here. You know, over there it says sports, spirits, social. I'm gonna see what I can do. I do have my mask. I do have spray, hand sanitizer, all that. I left that in the car though, so I try and stay away as much as possible from people. You see the parking lot is, I wouldn't say packed, but it does have vehicles in it. Giant size chair. Go through here. It is incredibly hot today. It's not that humid. It's in the low to mid 90s. And that fountain looks enticing. And they have the water going. They just had it turned off. This must be, I'm assuming, Nola Ryan. It does not say. But yep, 34 Nola Ryan. And I just saw that the fountain here is a big team. Rangers all around. And that's a line, I guess, for alcohol. Let's see what this place is called. Lockhart Smokehouse. Wood, fire, meat, and beer. Food this way, so you see all those people standing there, no social distancing, so I'm not going to be going near there. Arlington backyard, PBR. professional bull riders. Think that there's one in Vegas, one of those as well, right along the strip. Yeah, so there's another bar. Plain bags in there. So these are the new facilities. I am going to see if I can do a walk around this park. I don't think that we'll be able to see inside here because again it is enclosed, and it's not just parts of the stadium that are enclosed. I mean, it is completely enclosed. Take a look all the way up. I mean, it's all glass. Doesn't seem to be that any one of these can open up. So just with like most enclosed stadiums, and that's usually how it is. Otherwise it wouldn't be enclosed, right? So this is literally right across here. So this must be new as well. I don't know if this already existed with the ballpark across the field. But it is currently open. If I wasn't visiting family, I probably would go in there, grab a drink. But one of my little nephews is in a slightly elevated risk because he was sick earlier this year. Forgot exactly what it was, but because of that, I am trying to stay away from people as much as possible on here. I'm not touching anything. Here's that Lowe's building here. So even here, where it is open, here's the northwest entrance, you can see that there is another glass wall there that encloses it. So it's just open for this little section here. There's a ramp. So I'm assuming that once you get in there and go into the ramp, there's another doorway, another area that's closed off. So this right here, the ramps are exposed to the elements. I'm gonna try and see if I can take a quick step back. And yeah, pretty much what I said was right. So here's where they take your tickets, you go up and down these ramps here, and then once you get to your level, again, it's all blocked off to keep the stadium enclosed. Taking a look, all that extends out this way, but behind here there is no ballpark. It ends right over there where you see kind of the wood. So I think that's where the tracks are. So right there is probably where it ends, the stadium ends. So I'm gonna continue to walk around, try and see what else I can find around here. Some interesting little pieces of information. But there's the AT&T Stadium. But yeah, I do think it is a retractable roof. That's my mission right now, to try and find out if that is the case. I don't see any workers. I did come across a few at AT&T Stadium. The gift shop is open, so obviously you're gonna have workers in there. I went into a parking lot that I guess was supposed to be closed off, and security did come and let us know. He was very nice. The gentleman was very nice. He told us that it was closed, but he also did tell us where to go to near security, which is speak. So I guess there's a graduation going on, but yeah, you can take a look right there. This is a sliding roof. It's gonna come this way to open up. And I can see it now. You can see that little gap right there. So from that line up, that's what's gonna be coming this way when they do open it. I see a lot of caps and gowns in here. Not sure if it's a high school, probably a high school, but There is a graduation going on. And this looks to be, is this the entrance for this hotel? And this hotel, I don't see anyone in here. So I don't think that this is open just yet. It probably was supposed to open up this year at the beginning of baseball season. And look at that. Brand new construction, already got pieces falling down. Thankfully, they're right there, so they can just put them right back up. But this is an open campus, so you can come in. There's plenty of parking lots. A lot of them are closed, so you just got to pay attention to the signs. And there is security. So if you do spot them, you have any questions, you can ask them. But this is gorgeous. You can just walk throughout the campus and just enjoy these beautiful stadiums. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of this one. It looks like some kind of giant warehouse to me. And then if you hear that AC, that machine right there, just seeing that and hearing what I'm hearing, that sounds industrial to me. That does not, to me, it does not sound like a sound that I want to hear going to a ballpark, or that sound itself does not remind me of a sound going to the ballpark. That's about the one and only negative so far that I did come across. This is beautiful. They have this, I'm imagining is a man-made little creek, comes through here, goes all around. They got some beautiful bridges that go right through there. Again, beautiful campus. Gorgeous. This appears to be the entranceway for players, probably some staff, because it does go down through here. So it looks like there's probably a garage underneath. This is a parking structure, so there is a car. I mean, we saw that earlier. So there are cars parked up there, but it looks like they could go down there, maybe for deliveries as well. So I'm gonna be heading up that way. Just gotta make the turn. There are a lot of people over there. Again, I am still practicing social distancing. So I'm gonna try and get through. What's this say? Influx by Scott Shubin, Arlington, Texas. Arlington Tomorrow Foundation. All right, not sure what that is, but there you go. They have benches here if you want to sit down. So it looks like here it's split. If I go right, looks like I'll go underneath the street through there and then pop up through the other side. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna try and get through onto the other side of the stadium. Again, there's that beautiful river, and it looks like it might go through there. Not sure. I'm not gonna find out because I am not going that route. Again, that goes through underneath that street. You see a car going through. So if I manage to see it from this side, great. If not, it's not something that I am currently going to be checking out. There's another parking lot over there. That's where, oh, and I see the lot of people over here. So I'm trying to see how I can navigate. All the graduates and their families are over here. Again, more security. There's a walkway. Oh, a bunch of cars over there. What I'm gonna do is cross the street. Try and get as much as I can. Across the street to the side. I'll probably just walk that side too. Again, to stay away from as many people as possible. And just so you're aware, Texas has opened up. I guess it's been open for some time. That could explain why they have that rise in COVID cases. Because as you can see, absolutely no social distancing going on. Very rarely do I see any masks on anyone. This was completely unexpected. I wasn't aware that there was an event here. There really isn't much else. I mean, that looks, so that part, from this part that way, that's the stadium. This looks to be offices. So those must be the offices for their other employees, office workers. Other than that, there's not much else. You do have a little, okay, so that area that I mentioned where you can cross underneath, it pops up through here and you can continue walking all that way. It looks like that is, oh, I thought it was, is it closed off? You can see some yellow poles, chains. That is open. And that is shaded. You can probably see some water in there. Some huge storms passed through the area last night. They lasted quite some time. But other than that, over here, there really isn't anything else. Taking a look back, I mean, that is gorgeous in itself right there. So this building to me does have its pros and its cons. I gotta be honest, I still prefer the older stadium. It probably would have cost them a lot more money to try and convert the old stadium into an enclosed stadium rather than just build one outright from scratch. But who knows? I mean, Texas does love their things to be bigger, and everything's bigger in Texas, right? But to me, I think the footprint of the stadium is not as big as the old one. So maybe this one is not bigger. And I actually came through here, I drove through here. What was it, half hour, 45 minutes ago, whatever it was. And there was no traffic. Because I actually was across the streets over there. At one of those parking lots when I first got here. And did not see this at all. So this is all fairly new. Texas Rangers. Oh, I'm getting a lot of looks, by the way, because I am wearing my White Sox hat. And we are in not just Texas, but home of the Rangers, Texas. So this side is, I'm assuming, the right field, first base side. There was a sign back there that said something when I was checking out the southwest section. Yeah, and so if you can see this entrance, this is really a beautiful entrance. This is not a typical entrance, so it does appear that these are the offices. Trying to see if we can somehow catch the mechanism, get a good glimpse of the mechanism on that roof over there. So this here is the southeast entrance, as it states right there. There's a ticket box here. And there you can see the old ballpark. And the aesthetics, to me, of the old ballpark are way better than this one. I mean, I see what they try to do, but that roof, again, it just looks like a giant warehouse. I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't know if the sun's in the way, but see here, this looks nice. That section of wall, you know, the brick, the glass, that's actually very similar. If you take a look, you see the arches to the old one. If you take a look, the old stadium has the same arches. So it looks like they maybe tried to incorporate some of that into here. So that's pretty much it. It is hot. I need to get back to the vehicle. I still got a long walk left, but there's really not much else to be showing through here. You know, trying to see if I can show you guys as much as possible. I do like their agriculture, their horticulture. Very well maintained. But yeah, it looks pretty dead on this side. So I parked around there by the old stadium. So that Little League stadium is actually on the other side of the old stadium. I did not bring water with me. Thankfully, I do have some in the car. But again, overall, just this whole area is amazing. 3 stadiums in one. I don't know what they're gonna do with this old one. This is cool. This looks like a railroad crossing. And this is just one giant parking lot right here. So back there is where this came from. That's where the bars and stuff are at. But yeah, it'd be a shame to have this one torn down, but what are you gonna do? I can tell you this, I mean, they have a lot of parking. So to tear this down to build a parking lot, I don't know if they'll do that. I mean, they're not going to keep it, right? Two stadiums right next to each other? I don't see that happening. But we'll find out soon enough. And that's pretty much it. You can see the backdrop there of the stadium. I mean, I guess I can see through that a little bit. There's, I guess, gonna be some sunlight that's gonna go through that, but to me that just looks again like some kind of warehouse thing, like Costco or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. For as beautiful as the other stuff is, to have that, yeah. And then you compare that to this here, which is just phenomenal. It's gorgeous. We'll see what they end up doing with it. But that's it. I'm heading back to the car as fast as I can. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm in the shade. And it feels amazing. So thank you guys for being with me, walking around, taking a little tour of this area. Got to represent my White Sox again. Overall, I said it before, I can say it again. Not a fan of this new park. But I haven't gone inside yet. Maybe the inside is just gonna blow me away. 6 out of 10, with 10 being best. With this one over here, that's a solid 9. I can see why they built the other one. It is hot. If I was a player playing in this, whew, man, especially those long innings. So for them, it is going to be quite different. Again, I understand why they did it, but when they built this one, you knew that at the time, right? But thanks again for staying with me. And I got to come up with a catchphrase for my ending. Maybe you guys can help me come up with one. I'm just doing this purely for myself, keep myself entertained. You know, I follow a lot of vloggers, go on YouTube a lot. I see them doing it, and why not me, right? So I'm gonna be heading back, guys. I'm gonna go back to my sister's. We're gonna be barbecuing. They're barbecuing up some ribs, so maybe I'll take some video and stuff of that later on. I gotta go pick up some cold beer. Cold beer in this hot weather tastes amazing. Hold on a second. So, thanks for staying with me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like, subscribe. Click on the bell for future notifications from our future videos. I do plan on doing more of these. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing it. I am looking to put up some more from my trip earlier this year. I don't know how. I do have a lot of pictures. I don't know how many videos I took. I did go to Disneyland for the very first time. It was a rush deal. It was like I was only there for 6 hours. I did not get to ride the Rise of the Resistance. I don't know when I'll get a chance again. Again, COVID-19, that's a big topic. But life is what it is. Eventually we'll get through this. We'll hopefully come out the other end all better for it, right guys? That being said, I'll see you guys later.